Hey, are you actually looking for the perfect realtor to sell your home? Well, during this video, I'm actually going to give you 5 questions you can ask the realtors during the listing presentation so you can find the perfect realtor for you. Hey, thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoy the content. Of course, if you do, like and subscribe. And I'm gonna give you 5 questions you should ask realtors during your interview. Of course, after they introduce themselves, you gotta get down to the nitty-gritty of the main questions you wanna ask to decide. So, question number 1, always say, ask them about the market. What's going on? You want an agent that's knowledgeable about what's going on in the market. So tell them, hey, what's going on with the numbers? What's going on as far as days on the market? Homes are sitting on the market. How many homes sold last week? What's the average, like you said, time that they've been on the market? And also, what's the average price of these homes that's on the market? And then when you want to get more detailed, say, well, tell me about my neighborhood or the surrounding areas. When's the last home that sold? And even if you know, just see what they say. It's very important that the realtor is analytical and knows numbers. You want to know, are you serious about your business? Are you looking at the data and seeing what's going on? Tip number 2. Now, of course, they're going to, when it comes down to it, and mind you, these don't have to go in any order. You want to see how they came up with the price of your home. Realtors call them CMAs, competitive market analysis. Say, how did you come up with the competitive market analysis? Now, I'm going to give you food for thought. If they didn't come in your home, and they just gave you a CRM and said, this is what your home is worth, then I'm gonna tell you, your siren should be going off. It's a red flag. Please trust me on this. You want to know that your home is being looked at first. If your home is not being looked at, it's an issue. So they can say over the phone, you can say, oh, I have 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 1 half bathroom, this and that. But if they never step foot in the home and actually seen what you have as far as what have you updated, and so they can say, okay, well, you have this, you have this, you have the gourmet kitchen, you have the updated bathroom, and then they compare it to the other homes, competitive market analysis, and they see what's superior and inferior to your home, then that's a main problem. You want to know that they looked at all the ins and outs. So sometimes they may say, well, we're going to look at the home now, and then when I come back the second time around, I can give that to you. Or they can walk you through the steps right then and there of them doing a CMA. But if they give it to you before, that's fine. But they must, let you know that, hey, I don't know all the ins and outs, so this is generic. So when they come in the home, the price may change. It may go up or down, depending on your situation and what you have in your home. Number 3, I'm actually big on this as a realtor. Marketing your home. Say, what are you going to do to market my home? Now, like I said, it's all type of red flags. It's all type of throw the sirens up. Because if they come in there with a camera phone and start taking pictures and say, well, this is what I do, it's a problem. You typically know when it's taken with the camera phone, the pictures are taken with a camera phone, it doesn't always look the most professional. So just keep that in mind, right? When you're actually going through and they're telling you about the marketing, as for, okay, can you give me an example? Can you give me an example of the work that you've done over the last listing? And just pay attention to see how professional the pictures look. See, are they doing videos for the home? In today's time, social media is big. I've had agents personally seeing the homes that I'm listing on social media, and then I get an offer and before the buyers actually step foot in the home, because the videos, the actual details matter. So if they're going in and they're not trying to spend the money, that's a problem. Keep that in mind. See, what platforms are you putting it on? Are you putting it on just the MLS where it goes on, of course, Redfin, Zillow? Or are you putting it on your social medias? What social medias are you strong at? Are you on YouTube? Are you on Instagram? Are you doing Instagram Reels? Are you doing TikTok, Facebook? How strong is your following, and what networks are you putting on? Are you putting it out to newsletters to the realtors? It's just something to keep in mind. And of course, that can differentiate the different realtors and how they sell your home and how fast your home gets sold. Tip number 4. This question is very hard for majority of agents, but you want to see their response. So you ask them, hey, what makes you different as a realtor? What makes you different? What makes you stand out amongst the other 3 or 4 realtors that I'm interviewing? And it's very hard to answer that for most. They may give you the generic answer, well, I'm trustworthy, I'm reliable, I communicate well. Those things, you would believe everybody would say that. So you have to kind of get a feel of who the person is and how they answer the question. Some may say, well, that's a very great question. It's no difference. But I work hard. And sometimes the honesty may be the best answer. But just see what they say and how they say it. You can always tell by a man or woman's confidence if they can do the job. And then tip number 5, let's reverse that tip number 4. Why shouldn't we choose you? It's just a very tricky question. Ask an agent, why shouldn't I choose you to list my home? That's something they're going to have to think about. But you want to get a response and see how they go about that question. The main thing is you want to make sure that your agent are quick on their feet and quick on their mind as far as thinking, because things are going to get thrown at them during the listing. Things are going to get thrown at them that they may not have ran into yet. But if they can actually be quick on their feet and say, oh, okay, this, that, you say, okay, yeah, I like their response, or I like the confidence they gave. It's always about the confidence. It's always about knowing your stuff. And sometimes you have to fake it till you make it, in a sense, not in the sense of you don't know your paperwork, but in the sense of you want to be confident where the next person don't know, because when it comes down to negotiating, that's very important. All right, the last thing I actually want to talk about is, of course, everybody looks at, well, what's your price? What can you discount for me as far as fees? Now, of course, it's a great thing to get, save some money on the fees, but you may actually lose a lot of money on your actual listing, which can cost you at the end. So what I mean by that is, if you're interviewing an agent and you say, okay, well, this is how much you charge, and I want to get it to this price, and they're just like, okay, I want the listing, so let me take it. That may be a problem as well. Now, I'm not going to do the sirens and everything because I want to be serious and I want you to really think about that as, hey, this person is negotiating for you. So if it was really easy for you to negotiate your price, how easy is it going to be for them to negotiate the price of your home and the actual buyer's agent to come in and represent their buyer well and get the home for less than what you're charging? It's just something to think about. Not always getting the cheaper or the discounted broker is the best. You want the best agent, best qualifications, best networking to do the job for your house, even if it costs you a little bit. Because at the end of the day, you can get that on the back end as well. I hope y'all enjoyed the 5 tips plus my little bonus. But just remember, America is for sale. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the content. And as always, you can follow me on all my other social media platforms at RaynardTheEstateGuru. Have a good one.